up, everyone? It's your boy, Dave.
Ya boy!
And with me, as always, is my hype man, Shane.
I'm the hype man.
That's right. We got the hype man. We got Shane Dog.
Woof, woof. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to give you more nicknames.
I haven't ever said this, but I quit.
I did it. Now I'm Russell. And with us is Ramblin' Russell. No
like
longer the mumbler.
I do like that much better.
All right.
It rolls a little better. I like it.
The Ramblin' Russell.
Rolls a little better.
It rambles a little more.
Yep. Rambles. Rolls.
It was good. It was good.
No.
You should have been like, Lord, I was born rambling,
I
man.
was going to save that for
Damn
next week when I was more awake.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I ruined it. Look forward to next week where Russell tries to sing.
I'm already looking forward to it. This is the DQB Does Hostful, where we talk about trailers, movie news, Spider-Man, me possibly getting beat up by boomers. Who knows?
That's what we're talking about this week, yeah.
And we have emails.
Oh,
And
emails.
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 Multiple.
We got more than
Plural.
one.
Yeah.
It's just two, but it's
Still
more than one. Okay.
Just say it's more than one. It
It's the
makes it sound better.
highest email rate that we've gotten on this show.
Here, 1 second. Let me email.
We'll get 3.
Whoa.
I don't know if Russell can read that much. He's already got a book that he has to read.
Dude.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Dude, I am too. Like, I talked to the person that sent this, and I was like, bruh, do it. Fucking do it.
Before that, though,
Yeah.
we have to enter the trailer park.
Yeah!
Enter in the trailer park. I don't know.
Okay. You're the one that made the segment up, so
Yeah.
just...
Just wanted to be included in the singing.
Can we do a musical episode?
Enter in the trailer park.
Oof. So that was good. How do you do that?
I can sing. I don't know.
Can you teach us?
Naturally talented piece of shit.
Hey man, I'm still a piece of shit though. Like, that's the problem. Like, you've seen those like videos where it's like, I'm still a piece of garbage. Like, that's me, man. That's fucking me.
Same, homie. Without the talent.
Yeah, but like, never mind. I'm not gonna bitch about that. That's a whole thing. The gifted student curse thing, right? You know, where they're like, yeah, I was awesome, so I never had to try, so I never learned to try. So now I still don't try. And did you know that you have to try?
Nah, you don't have to.
That's why we're still pieces of garbage.
Yep.
Anyway, we're in the trailer park.
This is us here today trying, just like how Nicolas Cage tries. Shows up for every role that he appears in. And he has a new movie coming out called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. So
That's
if
sort of
you
what we were
did-
just talking about.
Yeah, it's a good seg.
You guys
I don't know
meant to
about
do that.
massive talent, but yeah. Nick Cage, massive talent.
Yeah.
This movie looks wild.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
It reminds me of a couple of other movies where people were like playing themselves and shit gets weird. Like we keep talking about the the Bruce Campbell movie.
Oh, yeah. I Am Bruce.
Yeah. And then there's like Being John Malkovich, which is just wacky as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is going to be in those.
I don't think it's gonna be like supernatural like those movies, but I think it's gonna be as weird as those movies.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
If it gets that weird,
I
I'm
wanna
into
see
it.
This. I hope
Yeah.
it gets fucking just off the walls weird. If he wants to watch me fuck his wife, or wants me to watch him fuck his wife, it's a no-go. I'm sold.
No, he was like,
Because
if he wants to watch, if he wants me to fuck his wife while he watches me watching him watching me fuck his wife, it's a no-go. He's like, what?
Yeah, so that implies that at some point in time in Nicolas Cage's career, someone has approached him and been like, "Hey, man, will you fuck my wife?"
Yeah.
Can I watch?
Will you look me in the eyes through a mirror while you fuck my wife and I watch you and like stare into your eyes while you do so? Like, and he was like, no. Or maybe this is like he wished he said no. He's fulfilling that dream by saying no in this movie.
So we have Pedro Pascal.
I love this dude.
Who you might know from Game of Thrones as the Red Viper or The Mandalorian as the Mandalorian.
Oh, shit, that's him.
Yeah.
He's the guy. Spoilers.
Or Maxwell Lord in the 84 Wonder Woman. Which that's what this role reminds me of. Because like that was the part of that movie that I liked was him playing Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
And like just being a completely off the wall crazy person.
Yeah. I also just love this guy. I've loved this guy since like he showed up in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They were like, this is the guy playing the Red Viper. And I was like, I don't know him, but he looks like he could be.
Yeah.
And then he shows up in the show and I was like, this guy is the Red Viper. Holy shit. Like he is like his performance in Game of Thrones was exactly what I had pictured when listening to the audiobooks.
So I haven't watched any of that part. Because like I said, I've said multiple times, I stopped at the beginning of season 2.
I had the same reaction in the very terrible part that happens as I did in the book, where I basically almost threw up all over the floor. So
awesome.
Yeah.
It's like more gruesome in the show than in the book, right?
Only in the aspect that you like
actually see it
happening.
Yeah.
Like the fight is pretty much verbatim.
Almost is it?
Yeah, it's almost the exact
Oh,
same.
the part that they changed is like what happens afterward, right? Like how the mountain moves on, like how he dies or doesn't die.
No, that's all pretty much the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
God, I thought there was something different about it. I can't remember.
What's different is how much like the story changes for Dorne, like a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Like what happens with the sisters and stuff like that. Some of that stuff changes because like it's not like in the books. It's not fleshed out. Like you get like two shots. Or 2 segments in the book where like it shoots back to Dorne after he dies.
Since I read them.
Yeah,
I remember that battle, but like or that fight, but like I have. It's been a long time since I read those books.
I know the mountain is a big guy.
Yeah,
I don't know him.
Yeah.
I know of it.
Yeah,
big guy.
He's even more terrifying after he dies,
like his brother
and comes back to life.
Yarp.
Oh shit!
Did you not watch Game of Thrones?
I've seen like the 2nd or 3rd season. Maybe
I also don't really feel like you understand in the movie or like the show. Like you don't really quite get what is happening. Whereas like in the book, you're like, oh, he's a zombie.
Oh,
But in the show, he's just like he has a weird eye makeup on under his helmet and stuff. But they don't really ever like explain it. But I guess they don't in the book either. But there's more clues in the book that.
Yeah, there's only a couple people where they're straight up like, this motherfucker is undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when
y'all should read the books or listen to the audiobooks.
It's true.
If you love unfinished projects, check out the Game of Thrones books. Song of Ice and Fire. Anyway,
Brandon Sanderson, you need to fucking finish these books. I know that's like your job now. Like these old fucks that won't finish their projects before they die, and they're either still alive or die. You're gonna finish their shit. Thank you.
Rough. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to see Nicolas Cage.
Nicholas Plage. Nicholas Hage.
Nicholas Hage.
See, I already had a headache, so like me having had a stroke makes sense. But you, I guess you're just not awake yet.
And I'm never awake. That's my secret.
Dave's undead.
Damn right.
Undead Dave. Yeah, I'm super excited for this movie. I want to see this movie real bad. like real fucking bad.
It makes me
Like,
want to like watch all Nicolas Cage movies with you guys.
I used to go to the theater like once a month before COVID. I was like, I get a day off. Like, hey, this is the thing I want to do. I want to go to the theater. It's fun. It's relaxing. It's chill. Not if the threat of death and getting sick is there. It's not. But there are still exceptions in which I will make to go to the movie theater.
Spider-Man.
One of which is Spider-Man coming up, and pretty much any Marvel movie that comes out. But
Because we're Marvel simps.
They are.
yeah.
I enjoy them. But
Yeah.
But I might go to theaters to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Because this movie looks ridiculous, unless I have the option for VOD.
Yeah, if
And then I'm
VOD
taking
is the
option.
day of, then we're watching it on the couch.
Yeah, for sure.
and inviting
100%.
Dave?
Yeah, if Dave wants to come.
Fuck yeah, Dave does.
I mean, if Dave's not busy,
That's true.
getting
Dave's
his ass
busy a lot.
whooped by fucking boomers.
That might happen.
Yeah, this movie looks obnoxious.
It
and
looks wild.
Great and
Yeah.
wild.
Do we explain the premise?
Nicolas Cage is playing Nicolas Cage.
Well, okay, Nicolas Cage is playing Nicolas Cage, right? And everybody knows that Nick Cage needs money because he keeps doing all these dumb movies.
Like Wally's World. Or Willy's Wonderland, that's what it was.
and a rich guy in Spain offers him $1 million to come to his birthday party. And it's Pedro Pascal, and weird antics ensue. So that's the premise.
Yep.
And it looks fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like just looks like Nick Cage doing a weird trip through his past and like hanging out with this dude that loves him. And it looks like it gets real weird.
Yeah.
Like a vape pen with questionable materials in it.
Yeah.
And then,
No, I haven't seen Crudes 2. I'm 42 years fucking old.
I don't know.
I've seen The Rock.
And Con Air.
Con Air.
I don't know who that dude is, but he's like that character in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a Wahlberg, isn't he?
Is he a Wahlberg?
I think he's a Wahlberg.
I think he's a Wahlberg.
Is he a Wahlberg?
He's a
Is he one
Wahlberg.
of my brothers? Brothers?
Put the bunny back in the box. I just want to do a Con Air quote.
He's got the whole world
In his hands.
Oh, it's also got Neil
He's
Patrick
the
Harris in it, who you see in the
whole
like opening scene of the trailer.
in his hands. Yeah.
All right, Steve Buscemi.
I immediately wanted to do the Armageddon quote. I just wanted to feel the power between my legs.
What about not the bees?
God. No! Not bees!
Not credited for the movie.
Okay. Well, the guy that yells in that trailer, go watch it. Is he a Wahlberg? Tell us. Email us.
He
draftyq
looks
at gmail.com.
I stepped on your shit. I'm sorry.
draftyq at gmail.com.
Boom.
But yeah. He looked, I mean, he's in a lot of stuff. I just
Yeah.
don't know what his name is. Should we move on to the next trailer?
Yes.
Everything, everywhere, all the time?
Not a Bo Burnham movie,
No.
but clearly titled after Bo Burnham's special came out.
And also a multiversal movie, but not Marvel. Hold on.
Yeah, because other stuff is allowed to explore the multiverse.
Yeah, so it's Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Lee Curtis, James Hong is in it. I don't know if he plays a large role. I only saw him for a second. But basically, Michelle is like a older lady, and her family appears to own like a laundromat.
Yep.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is basically like some kind of accountant or tax person or whatever, and is like, yeah, I'm looking over your receipts here, and you guys are gonna go broke, basically, right? And then she gets yanked through reality, like during this conversation, and a guy that looks like her husband but isn't her husband is telling her that she needs to save the multiverse from something. And then she like uses skills and knowledge from the other multiversal versions of her to fight some kind of threat that looks like it's like random people. Like there's like a dude that's like a cop that kind of, he doesn't look like the T-1000 from T2, but he's kind of like wearing the completely black police uniform with just the silver badge.
Yeah.
That looks like the T2 costume.
Yeah.
She fights Jamie Lee Curtis like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks fucking crazy. She breaks a fucking riot shield on a dude's face which I want to know how the fuck that even would work.
Yeah.
Like I know it's a movie and you can make anything break, but like how hard do you have to hit somebody with a riot shield to break it?
Yeah. That's pretty gnarly.
I want to find out.
Yeah, and you know how she learns how to use the riot shield as a weapon? She accesses her sign spinner reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie looks nuts.
It looks
Yeah.
completely fucking crazy. And there is at least one animated universe in there I caught when they're like flipping through faces.
Yep. I caught that too. I'm
So
excited for that.
there might be an animated section. Like I saw, I don't even know how I saw this trailer. I think it was just on Reddit, and I was just like, oh, I like that lady. Michelle's like, she's in so much shit.
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She was in Shang-Chi. She was the auntie in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
She played one of the original Guardians of the Galaxy in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when they come in at the stinger after Yondu's funeral.
Yeah.
Which they still need to make that movie. With Stark. Yeah, I'm Stark.
Is that his name?
Yeah. With Stallone playing Starhawk. But yeah, I mean, she's in so much stuff.
Yeah, so the director team is Dan Kwan and Daniel Scheinert.
The Daniels. They just go by Daniels.
Yeah.
They also co-directed Swiss Army Man, starring Daniel Radcliffe
I never watched that, but I kind of wanted to.
and Paul Dano. Dude, Swiss Army Man is fucking weird.
That's what I've
Is
heard.
that the one where he has the guns taped to his hands?
That's Guns
Or
and
nailed?
Kimbo.
No,
Oh, that's
yeah,
Guns
that's
Akimbo.
Guns Akimbo. Swiss Army Man is where Daniel Radcliffe is a dead body, and
Oh,
Paul Dano gets lost in the woods
Yes.
and finds his dead body
Yes.
and uses his dead body for lots of different things.
Yeah, you
that
told
aren't
him.
sex.
Yeah. You
Spoiled the movie.
Probably should qualify that. If you don't want to see this dude fuck this dude's corpse,
yeah, no,
that's not in this movie.
Swiss Army Man is this wild, like strangely sweet movie. Like
he uses his body as like a raft at
yeah,
one
he
point,
uses
right?
his body as a raft. He's very flatulent because it's a dead body. So
Yeah.
when you press on his belly, he like farts, but it's like a high powered fart that he can use to kind of fly.
Because this movie is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Why haven't I
it's
watched it?
Dude, you would probably like Swiss Army Man. It's
I kinda
basically
wanna watch
like
it now.
the title
We're
is
gonna watch
because the Swiss Army Man, right?
He
it's
has many
like-
uses.
Yeah, he has many uses.
Yeah.
It's like a Swiss Army knife. So it's a weird movie. They also co-directed the music video for "Turn Down for What."
Oh
That's
God.
the Stone Cold Steve Austin music video, right?
No. And not the oh fuck. What's the name of that band? What's the name of that band that did it for Pop Goes Punk, Upon a Burning Body, and Ice-T?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if that was a thing.
Yeah. You never heard the metal version of Turn Down for What?
I don't think I have.
They've directed a lot of music videos.
The music video is literally just like a fucking
So
strip club music video. It's dumb, but it's a good song.
Sounds about right.
Daniel Scheinert also directed the music video, Tenacious D's music video for "Rise of the Phoenix," spelled Phoenix.
Like Mark Phoenix?
Yeah. He's done a
Marcus?
lot of music videos, so
Oh.
that's interesting.
It's also, it was A24, right?
Yeah, it's an A24 movie. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the fucking googly eyes.
Yeah, there's googly eyes.
There's googly eyes.
There's like hot dog fingers too at one point.
Yes, there are hot dog fingers. There's some weird realities that she goes through.
Yeah.
She puts a fucking googly eye on her forehead like it's her third eye.
Yeah.
Like,
We got to watch this.
dude, this movie looks fucking wild.
Do we know
Yeah.
when it comes out?
Spring or no? Yeah, spring. That one's spring.
We got to watch it.
So May, April, March, somewhere in there.
June, July.
They
August.
also directed some Foster the People music videos,
Hmm.
which like their music videos are fucking
Wacky.
yeah.
Music videos in general are wacky.
The good
It's true.
ones.
Some of the bad ones too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also excited for this movie because it just looks fucking absolutely batshit insane.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next movie or next? Well, the next one's a show. It's also
that's right.
crazy.
There-
crazy
We watched a
looking.
lot of crazy shit today.
Yeah. No, like when I found the trailers for everything, I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" Like it was just like it gradually got weirder.
Yeah.
So there's a channel called Epix or Epix, however you want to say it, EPIX.
Yeah.
It's a pay channel, right? Or is it like sometimes included in your cable subscription if you have it?
Yeah.
Do they have a
it's-
streaming service? I don't know.
Yeah, they have a streaming service.
Okay. So you might have to pay to watch this show. It's a series. But it's called From, and the premise seems to be and Russell, you should look it up and see who's in it so we can tell people, because I didn't look it up. The only person I really recognized was the sheriff guy, because he's in tons of stuff. But the premise is a family is on vacation in their RV, and they come upon a tree that's down across the road, so they take a detour, and they're trying to get back to the highway. Sounds like your standard wrong turn horror movie, right?
Yeah.
And they go through this little small town, and they stop, and they're like, "Hey, you guys know where the closest on ramp to the highway is?" And the sheriff's like, "Yeah, sure, go this way." So they go out of town the opposite direction they came from, and then they come back into town, not from the way they left, but from the way they came.
Yep.
And they didn't turn, and they're like, "What the fuck?" So they keep driving, and then they go through town again from where they came from, not where they went. And they do it like a couple more times, and finally, like, I don't know what happens. They get in an accident for some reason. I don't know if like they freak out and turn around on the road, start going the other way, and almost hit somebody.
It looks like they're almost in like a head-on collision with another car.
Yeah, they get in an accident, but I'm not sure what causes the accident. But so then they're stuck in this town, which, I mean, they were stuck anyway. Some kind of infinite loop.
Yeah.
And then not only are they stuck in this town, their first night there, they find out that there's something trying to kill everyone that apparently can look like family members.
Yeah.
Because the way they show it is they're like telling everybody to lock their doors, nail their windows shut, and this little girl hears some tapping on a window, and she goes up to it, and there's this old lady. She's like, "Oh, I missed you so much. Would you please let me in?" Which makes me think it's like her grandma.
Maybe a dead grandma.
Yeah. And the little girl's like, "Oh, yeah." And opens the window. And next thing we see is the next day. And the window frame and the floor is covered in blood.
Yeah.
So something is hunting these people. And either it's like spirits or a monster. And it's like pretending to be
Like a skinwalker.
Yeah. So basically to me it seems like some kind of weird mix of like In the Mouth of Madness, because that's what the like driving through the town reminds me of.
I was just going to reference that.
Yeah, 'cause,
Thank
like,
you.
when they are driving to the I don't remember what the name of the town is in Maine, but
It's not Derry.
yeah, it's the other one. It's some permutation of that because they're making fun of Stephen King, but not making fun of, but like talking basically about him, sort of in that movie.
Is it not Innsmouth?
No, it's not Innsmouth.
Oh,
I mean, it's sort of Innsmouth, right?
yeah.
But it's not. When
That's
they're
a good
driving there,
movie.
yeah, it is a good movie. It's a good movie. When they're driving there, they like see the kid on the bike, and he's got the playing card, and it's like, tick, 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 and he's going one way, or he's going towards them, and they like almost hit him, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? Why is that little kid like riding his bike out in the fog? And then they come up on an old man like 5 minutes later on a bike with this. It's the same bike. And he's wearing the same clothes as the kid, and he's just got like this long flowing white hair, and they're like, what the fuck? And then they like, when shit hits the fan in the town, they try to leave, and then they drive in the other side, and he's just like, what the fuck? They can't leave. So that kind of reminded me of that, and it's like sort of like a weird combination of that, and like there's a couple of supernatural episodes that have like a kind of a creature that's like pretends to be old family members that are dead, and then it fucking eats people.
Yeah.
So it seems interesting to me. It's made by the executive producers of Lost. That kind of warns me away a little bit.
Yeah, I see that, and I was like, ugh.
Is it going to be purgatory?
Yeah, so like,
So, I mean, probably.
yeah, if they're
I don't
just
know.
it's hell this time. They're just in hell.
I'm wondering if they're gonna be vampires.
I don't know. Could be.
Kind of what I'm thinking.
It also looks like they're like sacrificing people to them.
Yeah.
Because there appears to be like some kind of box that they're like keeping people that piss them off or get voted out or something. Because there's like one guy. There's a part of the trailer where one guy's like, "Come on now, sheriff, you got to get everybody out of here." And, you know, like his last words to the sheriff, and the sheriff's like, I'm gonna do everything I can, and then that guy's in the box and he gets killed.
Yeah.
And then there's later or before that, you don't know, the sheriff's in the box and he's pissed off, but it's still daytime, so he's not dead yet. So I'm wondering if that's like the town is doing that to them, or like a singular person is like taking people and putting them in the box.
Yeah.
Right. Because they all
Or what?
mentioned something about following rules.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah. Looks interesting.
Yeah.
I would watch it if it was on a service I had.
Yeah.
same.
So if you guys have epics, whatever you want to call it, something to look out for. I think that starts in February. Is that what that one said?
Yeah.
Yeah, February.
2022.
And we got one more trailer.
Yeah.
We do.
American Siege.
American Siege.
I'm gonna need to drink 5 Bud Lights to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Hell
So
no, Budweiser.
Budweiser, Bud Heavy.
Bud
Okay.
Heavy.
If you're in high school or college, it's called Bud Heavy.
Diesel.
No, people don't say that.
Diesel.
Yeah, they do.
Serious. Fuck
No,
off.
people really say that.
I hate people.
I always known it as Diesel.
Oh, really?
Bud Diesel.
Bud
Yeah.
Diesel.
Bud Diesel.
No, Bud Diesel is like Bud Ice. Bud Ice is a higher alcohol percentage than.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
it's
about
like,
Bud Ice.
Like 7% alcohol. Budweiser. It's fucking. Ugh.
My grandma used to drink Bud Ice like all the time.
Fucking grandma's hardcore, bud. I got some Bud Ice poured down my pants once, but we're not going to talk about that.
By my grandma.
That would make it weird. An interesting story I might tell. So this movie looks like some kind of paycheck opportunity for Bruce Willis.
Like
Yeah.
most of his current movies.
Yeah, so he's like a sheriff in a small county, and a doctor gets attacked by a freshly released convict, and is held hostage because his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or something was last seen going to the doctor's house before she disappeared. And he says the only way that we're going to figure this out is if you go to this guy, and he goes to this guy, and it's like the guy that basically built the town and the county, or his family did, and he's like some
Viggo Mortensen.
Wishes he was Viggo Mortensen. Yeah.
So not Viggo Mortensen.
No, it's not Viggo.
Dude, what?
Dude, that's not Viggo.
I thought.
Mm-mm. I don't know what that guy's name is, but I've seen him in other stuff, and it's not Viggo.
Steve Mortensen's his brother.
What's his name?
Timothy V. Murphy.
Timothy Murphy.
That's not Viggo Mortensen.
Nope.
What?
Yeah, guys, look up Tim Murphy, and you'll be like, that guy looks like Great Value Viggo Mortensen. And like, you know, when Great Value brand is made at the same place that the regular brand is made. But anyway, not as good an actor. So this guy's like super rich and apparently has a bunch of boys that got fucking guns. Cause it's, I don't know, Texas or something. They never even say what fucking state it is. They might sort of tell you, cause there's like some flags flying in the intro to the trailer. So
yeah,
I don't know what state flags, cause I only know my state flag.
It wasn't our state flag.
It wasn't ours.
It's probably Texas.
I would guess Texas or some other southern state. They all had southern accents except Bruce Willis because he doesn't act anymore.
Wait,
he's just Bruce Willis.
Did he ever really?
Yeah, man.
He was always Bruce Willis.
He used to play different characters,
various versions of himself at least.
Still mainly Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
and then everyone was like, "Can you do the Die Hard thing?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can do the Die Hard thing."
Yeah. You're gonna give me $1 million to just do the Die Hard thing? Do I have to like jump down an elevator shaft? No. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's do it. But anyway,
I shot a kid. That's Rachel Johnson.
Oh my god. So I don't know. It goes off the rails like pretty hard, and I don't know what the fuck how the movie is going to progress. If it's just gonna be like Bruce Willis killing everyone.
Yeah.
Or if it's really about like some other character and he dies or something, because like it looks like it just, these people have this one guy. There's two people that have, well, they end up having two guys being held hostage, and like 30 guys with fully automatic weapons attack a house, like a regular ass house that might have a giant safe in it.
Yeah.
But it's just like a house. So, like, that's the end of the movie, right? Like what the fuck?
That's the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, so, like, what the fuck happens in the rest of this movie? So that's kind of why I'm interested in it. That, and it has, you know, Bruce Willis and Great Value Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like something I would watch, like, scrolling through.
Yeah, you're just like, what
Netflix,
is this
like,
fucking Bruce Willis movie?
I'll
watch
it.
It looks like a mindless action movie, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. So, if you're into that kind of thing, which, I mean, everybody's kind of into that, right? You know, if you watched 90s movies.
Saturday morning.
And it wasn't just like 9.5 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Quick aside, speaking of action movies, I watched Commando for the first time in a while the other day. Still good.
Still doesn't count any fucking gun rules. Like, gun rules are out the window in that movie. My RPG has more than one round in it. Like, it's like you're playing fucking zombies.
Or the belt-fed machine gun he uses.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's at one point, it's close up on him. He's almost out of bullets, and it goes to another scene of people dying. It comes back. He's got a full belt again.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that movie's really bad about the round counts.
But it's got, do not disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Yeah. Well, so like I enjoy that movie, but it's really bad.
Yeah, but it rules.
Yeah. No, like I super enjoy that movie. It's basically like a precursor to Mr. Freeze, right? Like he's just a quip machine with unlimited ammo, like in that whole movie.
Yeah,
that's like all it is.
It has some of his,
but it isn't a bad thing.
No, it's got some of his best one-liners in Commando.
It's just like not a great. Like they didn't care about fitting them in. They were just like, okay, Here's the one-liner. How do we get this to make sense?
Yeah.
He's gonna stab him with a steam pipe.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let off some steam. That we got that one checked off. All right.
I eat green berets like you for breakfast, and right now I'm very hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. Chill.
Interesting. Well, guys, we just got a
Are
letter.
we leaving the trailer park?
Are we leaving?
Yep. Trailer park. It's gone.
Bye, trailer park.
It's time
That's
to.
not a tornado joke.
I thought you were going to go
I-
that route.
Oof.
Yeah. Sorry to our southern neighbors.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
Oh, are you trying to introduce?
Find out who it's from.
Was that? That's like a
It's a
fucking
cease and
Blues
desist.
Clues. Yeah,
Yes,
what the
it is.
fuck? Is that actually what it was?
Yes, Blues
Oh
Clues.
God, you can't do that. That fucking dog will come eat us.
Steve won't, though. He's our
Anyway,
friend.
This
Yeah.
one's from
Doesn't have
Bill
any hair
from Indy.
anymore.
Uh,
Bill from Indy.
he wishes
Hey, Bill.
us to have a great hostful.
Oh, thanks, bud.
I see you guys are branching out into anime and terrible American adaptations of them.
Canceled. It got canceled.
It did, which
Oh,
I'm sad about.
Me too.
Eh.
To be honest, like,
As bad as it was, I'd like to see where they were gonna go from there. Because it's
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now?
yeah, like, I don't know. I didn't want it to get canceled. I just wanted it to be
Same.
better.
Yeah, I wanted to not suck.
I see you guys are branching out into anime and terrible American adaptations of them.
Yep.
Here are some personal recommendations for each of you to try instead
Oh,
of
shit.
rewatching 30-year-old anime. Oh,
Hey.
that was a direct
Hey.
hit. Also, don't forget what I said about Wheel of Time. I know where you sleep.
Not me, Bill.
For Russell. That's
Oh,
me.
fuck.
Steins Gate. A science hobbyist and self-proclaimed mad scientist. Fuck you.
Unpronounceable name. Let me try. That's a lot of fucking vowels.
Just
That's
call him
where
Val.
the problem is.
Woo. Here I am, Kioma.
I'm sorry, what was that one?
It's like Houoin or something.
This guy has his first major breakthrough when he creates a way to deliver messages to the past. He is forced to confront past and present as divergent timelines spiral into government conspiracies. This show takes a deep look at the consequences of time travel and its impact on many lives. Check it out on Hulu. I think I will, Bill. I think I will.
See, Billy is like a good curator. He's just like, I know what all of you like, and here's the thing that fits your personality perfectly.
Yeah, that's right up my alley.
Yeah. Thanks, Bill.
For Dave,
I'm curious. Bill doesn't know me that well.
No, but he's gonna be like, it's basically Commando, but in anime form.
Sold.
for you, Dave, Bill from Indy recommends Parasite. Parasitic aliens descend on Earth to infiltrate and consume humanity. 16-year-old high school student. Fuck you.
The same name as before.
This one seems a little easier. Shinichiki Azumi is the only one aware of this new threat to our species.
I'm pretty sure it's not Schnitschky.
It's spoopy and on Netflix.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to add it to my list right now, Bill.
I
I'm gonna watch it.
actually want to watch that too.
And for you, Shane, this feels like Christmas.
Yeah.
And for you, Bill from Indy recommends One Punch Man.
I watched One Punch Man.
I've
God
seen
damn
that
it.
one.
The unassuming Saitama is an extremely powerful superhero, defeating his enemies with just one punch. His incredible power has left him bored and unknown as a hero, until he meets a young man on his way to join the Hero Association that decides to become his disciple. It's on Hulu, and you should cover the opening theme. Thanks, Bill from Indy.
Yeah,
No,
thanks,
okay,
buddy.
I gotta tell you, like, if you didn't know that I watched that, That's a great recommendation because that show is fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
And if the second season's on there, then I need to watch it because I haven't watched the second season.
I really like that one. I think it's like the first or second episode of that show where the guy's like naming out his moves and he just goes, regular consecutive punches.
Yeah.
Like blows
the
him
guy
away.
apart. Yeah. One Punch is fucking fantastic. If I didn't hate reading manga, like, I don't know, the reading order and turning the pages just bothers me. Turning everything being backwards and like left to or right to left and
Yeah.
Cause like, okay, I want to talk about this just for 1 second. Reading comic books sometimes is difficult because they don't do the 9 frames, right? Because this is a style of drawing comic books is called 9 frame, where the page is literally just divided into 9 squares. And then you can use those squares to make larger squares, but you usually do it so that there's a very obvious linear order to it. Okay?
Yeah.
Some people have gotten away from that, which is fine, but sometimes it makes it kind of odd to follow where where it's going, right?
Yeah.
Because they get a little bit too fancy for their own good as far as where the frames are.
Yeah.
And they do that a lot in manga,
Yeah.
but it's backwards.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So like sometimes I'm like, if I pick up a manga, I'm like, oh fuck, I read that whole page out of order. I'm gonna read it again. So like I've had a lot of practice of reading regular comic books, and I don't want to like go and fucking learn how to do it all backwards.
Unlearn your comic book.
Yeah.
But thanks, Bill.
I added Parasite to my Netflix watch queue as we spoke.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if the second season of One Punch is on Hulu, I'm gonna fucking watch that.
Yeah. So next is we're gonna do a new segment called Audible. It's
Sponsored by Audible. Are we sponsored?
no, it's just I'm
You can't
gonna
say
be able
that.
to put
Oh.
this next segment on Audible.
Can I just like put my microphone down?
So
Maybe
this
curl
email
up?
is from Big C because I don't know if he wants me to say his name.
Does this say Colton?
Okay, Colton.
Yeah.
Who I'm also gonna call Big C from now on.
Me too. What up, Big C?
Big C.
All right, here we go.
He writes big.
Yeah. All right, so he was kind enough to email in some thoughts on Wheel of Time.
Oh shit.
So yeah, here we go. All right. Wheel of Time thoughts and recommendations.
Oh, shit.
There's also a recommendation. This guy came hard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe he did. We don't know.
All right, here we go. As someone who has the books, I have kind of mixed feelings on the Wheel of Time series right now. Starting off with the good, the casting was done really well, with most of the characters resembling how I imagined them, and acting mostly similar to how they do in the books. Might be misremembering some. Read the books 5+ years ago. The effects and CGI are well done, also with how they show off channeling, and the character designs for the Trollocs and Fades were spot on as well. My biggest issue comes from how condensed and rushed the story already feels 6 episodes in. While I'm not expecting a one-for-one adaptation, some of the important scenes from the books that set up and introduce characters for later in the series are completely removed, or just rushed through such that they lack the same impact as in the books. None of these are really too egregious in of themselves, but it makes me concerned for later seasons when all these omissions and changes might come to bite the show writers in the ass, where they have to begin straying further and further from the source material, a la Game of Thrones.
Exactly how I felt.
In addition, from what I've read, the showrunner only has 8 seasons planned out to adapt the 14 novels.
That's
Each of
even
them-
worse.
each of which is around the same size as the Game of Thrones novels, and the first season seems like it will only cover book 1, which leaves a lot of trimming to do in the later seasons. Overall, it's not exactly the adaptation I would have preferred to have, but I do like what is happening. I see it as a bonus Wheel of Time content, while also being much more approachable to most people than a 14-novel epic.
That's fair, though, right?
Yeah,
so let's talk about that real quick.
Let's talk about it.
So Colton, this is basically almost exactly how I felt after the first season of Game of Thrones. How many? Do you know how many episodes are in the season? Each season of these?
10.
Is it? It's 10. The same thing.
Yeah. Well, at least the first season was ordered for 10 episodes.
Okay. So unless they up their episode count, which they probably won't, because these are probably hour or so episodes, right?
Yeah, but true hour, not like Game of Thrones, where they're like hour-long episodes and then 43 minutes.
Yeah, some of them are 43, some of them are 53, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of there were like some HBO shows that were like
few episodes of Game of Thrones that actually run an hour.
Yeah,
but these are for the most part, I think,
true hours.
These are all been at very close to an hour, like 58, 59 minutes.
So in the first season of Game of Thrones, there were some small character omissions and some lines that were changed around, but for the most part, it was almost a 1-for-1 of the first book.
Yeah.
I was mildly concerned because they omitted a couple characters, but I figured they would just fit them in the next season.
Yeah.
And then the second season started, and they just started doing crazy shit that had nothing to do with anything, just so they could show off titties or blood. And like, I love titties and blood, but when you're like using up your limited time to set up that kind of stuff and then do that kind of stuff, you're wasting a lot of time. Now, I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do in this show, but you are right to be like, this is a cause for concern.
Yeah.
Because it's exactly what they did with Game of Thrones. By the time they got through however many seasons, with less books, less material than you have for Wheel of Time, they're completely changing shit, leaving tons of shit out, and everybody knows how that ended. I didn't watch it because I saw it coming from 7 seasons away.
Right.
But like it turned into a shit show, and like nobody remembers it fondly anymore. Like everybody loved the first few seasons, right? Like I didn't, but like that's just because I'm like, I want 1-for-1. I'm one of those assholes.
Yeah.
But especially with that, when they came so close the first season.
Yeah.
But like, and I understand not needing 1-for-1 because I'm getting to be that way with the Marvel stuff. But like when you can see the cracks, and you know how many seasons they've got to get through how much stuff.
Yeah.
And they're already rushing stuff, then that could be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could be. There's a lot with the Game of Thrones stuff that is more than just it not being a 1-for-1 adaptation. Like there's 3 big quality drops across the series. Like the first big quality drop is going from season 1 to season 2.
Yeah,
huge drop in quality. The dialogue is like drastically different from season 1 to season 2 as far as like how much thought they put into the dialogue. And then, there's a huge drop. And then it kind of stays steady throughout season 2. And then there's another kind of quality drop in season 2 to season 3, which I think had more to do with trying to budget the larger scenes that were coming up in the series.
Yeah.
But there's another quality drop between 2 and 3. And then like 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all kind of relatively similar in quality. There's a lot more changes that you come across from the books. Season 2 isn't a whole lot different.
It's just the beginning. Like the first couple episodes. And then there's like some character omissions and like a little stuff like that. Things they could have done from the book that they didn't do that don't make sense. Not like big scenes, changing big scenes because of budgets. Just like little things that just didn't. There was no reason to change. Yeah.
And then you get like another huge drop in quality between season 6 and season 7, and that's when they cut down from 10 episodes to 7 episodes. And the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones is just trash. Like it's literally just trash. Like you can't you can't take a show that has been so slowly paced for 6 seasons
And then go a mile a minute.
and go a mile a minute balls to the wall just because we know these characters. Like you clearly did it just because you thought you could get away with it and you were ready to go write Star Wars.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. You're not writing Star Wars now.
Yeah. Shit.
Fucks.
Yeah.
But I do want to
Fucks.
say that I appreciate making something more accessible.
Yeah.
And it would also help, which I saw something which I recommended watching Hitmonkey on Hulu last week. I finished Hitmonkey. Fantastic. Go fucking watch it.
I've watched 3 episodes. I also recommend watching it.
But there's something that they start doing at the end of like the second episode, I think. Which is like something that I've never seen any other company do, and it seems like every fucking company should do it. Advertising for the source material. At the end of every episode, except for like the first episode for some reason, of Hitmonkey, they have an ad for a Hitmonkey graphic novel. If you like this show, go read Bullets and Bananas. Fucking Game of Thrones should have done it. Wheel of Time should do it.
Yeah.
Every fucking Marvel movie should do it. Every DC movie should do it. Every anime should advertise for the fucking manga. Like, I don't understand why nobody does this. I saw it and I was just like, oh, that's cool. Wait a minute. Wait. That's the first time I've ever seen anyone do that.
Yeah.
And it seems like the biggest no-brainer thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good thought. I also agree with you that needs to be a more. I think there's probably reasons they won't do it. Certain people won't do it because they stray so far away from the source material that they want you to still like their thing 2 years later.
Yeah, but like, that's fine, but part of the reason, like, I know that everybody just wants to make money. But as an artist, you want to make this stuff more accessible, and that's what Colton says. Like, he appreciates that this would make Wheel of Time more accessible.
Yeah,
which there is a huge barrier of entry for Wheel of Time because it's not an easy read. They are 1,000-page books, and there's fucking 14 of them.
Yeah,
right.
So making it more accessible is a big deal, and this is the same thing with the comic book industry. There's hundreds of thousands of books about the same characters, and if you love X-Men from the movies or from a cartoon, it's hard to get into that, even with them kind of like lulling you into it with the movies or with the cartoons.
Yeah.
And like the show proposing a starting point is fantastic. Like, that's just a great idea. And like, I feel like everybody should do that. The Avengers movies should have been like, hey, go read this event or whatever.
Yeah.
They can just use it to plug their own shit. But if they were actually kind of nice about it and being like, this is a good place to start reading these characters on Marvel Unlimited, if you want to know more.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's the thing we should see happen more often.
Yeah.
All right. So Colton also has recommendations. First recommendation is Foundation, science fiction. It's available on Apple TV. Another book being adapted for TV this time, the great Isaac Asimov's Foundation, 1951 series, which is an absolute classic of the sci-fi genre. Thousands of years into the future, the cracks around humanity's galactic empire are beginning to show. The mathematician Harry Seldon develops the science of psychohistory, which is basically combining history, statistics, sociology to predict the actions of large populations and foresees a dark age lasting 30,000 years. The only way he sees to minimize the dark age is to set up a foundation on the edge of the galaxy, composed of scientists, engineers, etc., in order to preserve a base of knowledge for humanity's future in the coming collapse of civilization. Not a perfect adaptation by any means, but it plays with some interesting ideas and the production value is great.
It's like the seed vaults.
Yeah.
You guys know about the seed vaults?
I don't think so.
There's these vaults that are kept by government organizations that have like every known seed of all the different like plants around the world, like in a vault that's like supposed to be like bomb retardant
Yeah.
in like the mountains in like Finland or Norway or some shit.
Yeah.
So it's also like frozen.
Speaking of that, did you also see that we're setting up Earth's black box?
Yeah.
So if you don't know what a black box is, it's the box on an airplane that is made to survive pretty much any kind of thing that happens to the airplane.
Yeah.
So that way, if the airplane goes down, they can find the black box and figure out what happened.
Yeah. It keeps diagnostics and stuff and like
Yeah.
radio transmissions and
So they're setting up a black box. I don't remember where they were setting it up at. Somewhere obscure. But they're setting up a black box that will basically like have all of human history, all of human written history in it in case something happens. That way, if someone finds Earth, they can find out what happened to our civilization.
That's ominous.
Yeah, super weird that
Hey,
they're
guys.
doing that right now.
it's a failsafe.
Is
Not-
it though?
not a prediction of failure.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
Yeah. Because like planes don't crash that much.
That's true.
Yeah.
Cars crash way more and they don't have black boxes.
Yeah,
Well, that
true.
you know about.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting there with dash cams.
Dash cams, the fucking progressive, like plug in your fucking computer thing.
Colton also has a book recommendation. It's called The Chronicles of the Black Company.
We don't read.
This is a grim, dark fantasy book. I know you guys aren't much of the written...
He's just gonna
That's
say
hilarious. I fucked that up. I know you guys aren't much on the written word, but audiobooks exist as well, and the narrator is great for this one. Published in 1984, this series is one of the grandfathers of the grimdark genre, and very influential on many works that came later. The series follows the Black Company, a storied 400-year-old mercenary group commissioned to fight in a rebel uprising in a faraway land. Except our protagonists happen to be fighting on the side of the Lady, a powerful sorceress and ruthless ruler of the Empire, trying to put down a group of rebels prophesized to overthrow her. It gives a sort of Band of Brothers vibe as this group of mostly ordinary humans begin to feel out of their league as they deal with nigh immortal wizards, along with constant backstabbing and internal conflict from other underlings of the Lady, also trying to overthrow her. The story is told from the single perspective of Croker, the historian and physician of the company. And as such, he can be a somewhat unreliable narrator, and either glosses over certain details or paints the company in a better light than how others might view them. This series is easily one of my all-time favorites and a great change of pace and scope from most modern fantasy novels that span 6 continents and 10 different narrators in one book. The prose tends to be very to the point and matter of fact. You won't be finding the wordy descriptions of Tolkien or GRRM here. It does a great job of making it feel as if you're on the battlefield with the company facing overwhelming odds and makes no effort to try and glorify war. The story also focuses on the interactions between the members of the company and features a lot of cynical gallows humor between the soldiers. One of my favorites being the rivalry between the company wizards Goblin and One Eye, who can be quite formidable when they are not dicking around trying to outdo each other in a never-ending prank war between the two. The first book can be somewhat confusing as you are mostly drip-fed world-building information instead of a giant exposition dump, and really starts to hit its stride in the second book as you become more accustomed to the world and characters. 10 out of 10 would recommend it to anyone who enjoys the fantasy genre. This is a book series I keep meaning to read, but I don't read. So
Yeah.
but I need to read this one, especially now after he's given this.
yeah.
Like,
It sounds very Warhammer.
Yeah, it does. Back when I had 56K and couldn't use the internet for a goddamn thing, I fucking devoured books, but not so much anymore. Depending on how many of these books and what size they are, I might try to start reading again, though. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm an Audible guy. And he mentioned Audible.
yeah,
Yeah,
Audible.
they make
And a
audiobooks.
Good narrator too.
Yeah,
Apparently.
because I'm a truck driver, so a lot of times Audible
Toot,
is the way. Yeah, I go toot toot.
Yeah, which the Game of Thrones books, that's how I read them. I listened to them on Audible, and that narrator for the Game of Thrones books is absolutely amazing. So like if you get a good narrator and a good book series, audiobook, man, it's fucking beautiful medium.
Yeah.
What was the name of that book again? Because I'm
Something Black
Intrigued.
Company.
The Chronicles of the Black Company.
Chronicles of the Black Company.
I've heard of that series before.
Yeah, I see it at Barnes & Noble every time I go there.
Mm.
I've probably read the first page like 100 times. I do that a lot.
It sounds like something my dad would be into too.
Yeah.
He still reads a lot.
So that does it for our email section.
You've got mail.
We need a soundboard.
But we have a Shane.
That's true.
We have a
You
Shane,
are a soundboard.
We have a Shane board.
A Shane board.
Shane board.
Shane board.
Time to go to the Shane board.
Beep boop. I'm a soundboard.
I wish you would have said Bing Bong.
Bing bong. Fuck your life.
Fuck your life.
Okay.
You see these two dogs in your front yard?
Oh God,
What the fuck does McAfee want?
They
Fuck
want
off.
it to protect me from antivirus. They are an antivirus.
No, they're not. That's fucking virus, bud.
outta
McAfee's
here,
basically
McAfee.
spyware now.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
can't get rid of
fucking-
it.
That's interesting.
Didn't he die? He did die.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
It's fucking back!
Oh God,
It's checking statuses. No,
Don't
I'm
fuck us up.
engaged.
we've been virused.
Fuck off.
It's Joe Rogan. It's mad at our podcast. So he's sending us
news.
viruses.
Go fucking smoke your DMT, motherfucker. All right.
Joe Rogan better not infiltrate my computer.
It's gonna be a lot of
I don't
like,
want to
sounds
feel like
dirty.
a piece of shit every day when it's like, did you do push-ups yet?
Whoa. That's
you-
not where I thought you were going, but yeah, I
have
agree
you
with
done
that.
DMT?
Have you ever done push-ups while you were on DMT?
Also, gorillas don't have formal martial arts training, so we've never seen a gorilla at full peak at peak strength.
Jesus Christ.
that is a very true statement, though.
Yeah,
I want him to train a gorilla like him. Like he should do it for his show.
Okay.
like that would be okay, but that gorilla will probably rip him in half.
I mean, once he trains it, it's going to rip everyone in half.
Yeah,
I mean, the apprentice has to become the master.
that's true. Oh, then he takes over the podcast.
Dude, okay. That's a movie right there.
Ooh,
That's a joke.
All right. Anyway. Beep, 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 beep. It's time for the news.
I want a new drug. Oh, that's Huey
No,
Lewis.
not Huey Lewis in the news.
Huey Lewis in the News cover band?
Stop it.
No, don't stop. Let's do it.
Don't stop believing.
This is a musical
okay.
episode.
Spider-Man.
Now do it as if Huey Lewis was covering Don't Stop Believing.
Don't stop believing.
See? Should totally do this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll play bass, but
don't
only
stop
like
believing
Sid
that
Vicious.
Spider-Man No Way Home could do some significant damage at the box office this weekend. It looks like it has actually outsold Endgame in a couple of countries, but it does not look like it's going to in the larger markets. It's only in a couple small markets. I think Korea was one of them.
So your bet is safe for now.
Safe for now. In the U.S., it's about 90 million behind in pre-sales up to this point. So
That's probably before I bought my 3,000 tickets.
what?
That's a lot of tickets, dog.
Did you tell your fiance about that?
Nope. But guess who's not getting married?
That's the wedding.
Can't afford it anymore. I just bought out 16 showings.
I spent my entire... No, I didn't buy out any showings. I bought one ticket for every day for the next 300 days. That's still
Whoa.
only 300
There's
tickets.
only 300 tickets, bud. And it's not going to be in the theaters for a year. If it's in theaters for a year, I might lose that bet. But I actually did see there's a couple of countries that, because of COVID, new COVID restrictions and lockdowns, they're pushing the premiere back to January.
Oh yeah.
Oh
'Cause
shit.
Guess who's back? Back again. COVID's back.
Omicron.
Don't kiss your friends.
Don't
Oh,
kiss-
yours was good too.
Yeah.
I liked Russell's a little bit more.
Don't kiss your friends. So in other Spider-Man No Way Home news, because that's all that matters now, Sony moves to block significant Spider-Man No Way Home leaks. Apparently, large portions of the movie made it to YouTube today, Wednesday, December 15th, 1 day before the film was supposed to start showing in the US.
I can't post a video of a collage of 100 pictures of my fiance to the tune of Edwin McCain's I'll Be, but large, massive amounts of Spider-Man can make it onto YouTube.
Yeah. For apparently enough time that, like, people saw it. Yeah. IndieWire saying will be the year's biggest hit, but it's no game changer if Marvel's latest Spider-Man installment more than doubles the best opening in 2 years. It's still far short of a box office miracle. It's still behind in Russia of Endgame and Infinity War. Yeah, I mean it's basically it's gonna come in second. I feel like at least like if it keeps going
Yeah.
the way it is. I mean if it's just the opening weekend, it's gonna fucking die a miserable death. But hopefully the movie's awesome. I accidentally read some possible spoilers today.
Does it sound awesome?
Yeah.
Hey, but the day this episode comes out,
Yeah, we're gonna watch
We're gonna
it.
be watching
we're gonna
it.
be watching it. It was super mild spoilers, and I'm not gonna talk about it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want, I'll tell you what I saw.
I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't.
I don't want to know it either, but I mean, it's not anything that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
We're so close
So-
that I don't want spoilers.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, if this shit would have came out like fucking 3 months ago, I'd have been like, all right, I'll watch it.
yeah,
It comes out this weekend. They're fucking leaking shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. So it's not as bad as what I got spoiled in Endgame, which did not affect my reception of Endgame whatsoever.
Right.
So the thing that happened to me in Endgame was there was a unspoiler tagged photo on Reddit in a non-spoiler subreddit, and it was just a picture that was like a collage of spoilers. I was just like, no!
Get out, get out, get out.
Yeah, it was like fucking Hulk with the Infinity Gauntlet. It was Iron Man with the Infinity Gauntlet. It was Cap with the fucking with Mjolnir. It was Fat Thor. It was everything, and I was just like, why? And this was like weeks before the movie came out, and I was like so fucking pissed. But I have not had anything that bad yet with this, and like and I think Reddit has changed some of their algorithms because like I usually have a bunch of Marvel Studio stuff in my feed, and it's nowhere to be found in my feed right now.
Yeah, I usually have like a bunch of stock due diligence, and it's not in my regular feed, but I think that's for other reasons.
Definitely for other reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically all the news. There's a bunch of other stuff. Ben Affleck doesn't want to be in big movies anymore. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He also said that he would still be drinking if he was still married to Jennifer Garner.
Right on.
I don't know why there were two weird ass fucking Ben Affleck fucking things
God.
this week.
All right, 3 years and counting until we get Ben Affleck playing as Ben Affleck in a movie.
Yes.
With Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
With Nicolas Cage playing as Nicolas Cage
Yeah, they're-
and Bruce Campbell playing as Bruce Campbell.
Fuck yeah.
And it's actually just a 2-hour long Affleck commercial.
Affleck.
Oh, so I wanted to say something. I said something in our group that I was like, I read things that I was not supposed to read, was my like exact thing that I said.
Yeah.
And then I said, don't worry, there aren't going to be any Deadites. Okay. So that was a joke about me not having read the Necronomicon. I was like, I didn't mean that I read the Necronomicon. I didn't mean that Bruce Campbell isn't in the movie because I didn't read that. I don't know. And I also don't know if there are any zombies in the movie because maybe there are zombies. Who knows?
Now you've
True.
made it sound like there's going to be zombies in the movie, Shane. And since you've already seen the movie.
I haven't seen the movie. I read like 4 comments. I read 4 comments in a discussion thread. And the first comment was like half comment and half spoiler. And the first half was, man, I'm so glad I went into this spoiler free, even though I knew spoiler.
Boo.
And I was like, that's what? I still didn't get it. So then I read the next comment and I was like, what? Oh no. Oh no. But nothing about zombies or Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, when you said that, I'm like, oh, there's no Deadites in this movie?
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
We're at least getting a Bruce Campbell cameo for Multiverse of Madness. Because
it's a Sam Raimi movie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting too, and then rediscovering and getting excited all over again.
I love me some Bruce.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Interesting.
I'm super excited for that movie. I'm super excited for Moon Knight. Maybe we will get some undead in that.
We have so much shit coming out next year, like without including the Disney Plus stuff. Like, just there are 9 movies.
I'm fucking excited to watch Hawkeye tonight.
9 comic book adaptations coming out next year. It's almost one a month.
I'm wearing pants, otherwise you'd get nut on.
Ew.
I have a peanut allergy.
Sorry, Dave's mom.
This is a weird show. Hey, Mom. Sorry, my life choices brought me here.
I assure you, we are not nutting on your child.
No. Hey, I've never met you, but I love you, and I'm so glad you listen to the show. I'm so glad everyone listens to the show. I love all of you guys.
We're
You're
glad
great.
you created Dave, though.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Super glad.
That's an accomplishment.
Guys.
He's a dope dude.
Oh,
Super dope, dude.
thanks, guys. I didn't know this was a make Dave feel good episode, but I'm into
Every
it.
episode's a make Dave feel
Yeah,
good
what?
episode.
Aw.
Since that one episode, I made you feel bad.
You did make me feel bad once.
What was that about?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I don't either. I forgot.
And that's the power of forgiveness, guys.
Yeah.
What the fuck else were we going to talk about? We talked about
I don't know,
Spider-Man.
This got weird.
Beep, 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 beep. That's the end. Whatever. There was
Yeah.
something else, but it
We're
doesn't matter.
distracted this week. Evergrande has officially entered into bankruptcy, which has nothing to do with entertainment, but will have everything to do with entertainment.
Yeah, that's a big money thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if that ends up affecting stuff here, which it will.
Cineplex was in the middle of a merger that they fucked up and are now being sued for what, like $100 million or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one of the biggest competitors for AMC in Canada. And CEO of AMC tweeted how good that was for AMC, which I found humorous and entertaining. Shane's making a dead-eye face because he just seen more spoilers for Spider-Man.
No, I didn't. Doctor Strange 2 trailer will be officially released online in a few days. Bruh.
Nice.
Who said that? I don't want to know that.
Beware of your phone
What
for
the
the next 3 days.
Well, it was spoilers for fucking Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah. That's no good.
God damn
Fuck, we still gotta watch Hawkeye.
We gotta watch Hawkeye.
All right. That's it for
Finish it.
today's episode.
All right, let's get out of here.
Next
No,
week,
wait. No,
Dave has a social media piece.
Is that this weekend?
It is this weekend.
Oh, it's this weekend.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Never
You
mind.
gotta talk
Dave
about
has
it.
I can
right now.
Yeah, just
Briefly touch about
briefly.
this.
Touch it.
First of all,
Touch it, Dave.
I don't know if anyone here listens to this band called the Mound Builders,
Oh,
but
no.
they are but a grain of sand in the madness that is yesterday's chips. And on Saturday, December 18th, 2021, we're going to find out who the true Lafayette undisputed champs of the music scene is, which is going to be yesterday's chips. Nope. Now we're beefing with them. So I want to touch about this briefly. So to pull back the curtain, to break kayfabe, my band, Yesterday's Chips, have a show Saturday. If you're listening to this now, it'd be tomorrow. Please come. It'll be fun. North End Pub.
Lafayette, Indiana. Come to it. My buddy, who is the lead singer of the Mound Builders, which is a great band. If you never listen to them, I recommend them. They're great. Which you guys are a punk band. They're like a boomer stoner rock band.
Yeah, kind of. They got some punk in there, like a stoner metal.
But, yeah, it's
punk.
like they're hard to describe.
Yeah,
there's like some doom vibes in there.
Yes, very much so.
Not like the game, like,
but also like the game.
No,
doom metal.
Doom. If Doom was about like demon Indians killing the white man.
Yeah, and smoking weed. They're great.
I thought you meant the video game.
Yeah. Yep, that's all in there.
Video game.
So the lead singer of them is a good buddy of mine.
Yeah.
And we got added to this show late.
Right.
And he's like, he messaged me out of the blue. He's like, hey, we should do like old school, like wrestling style, like promos. Like we like beef on each other, pretend like we're like having all this thing. I'm like, that sounds great. That sounds fun.
You're super into that.
Yeah, I'm into that. That's me.
Yeah.
So the next day, his bass player went on this big long rant of like yesterday's chip sucks.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. And he called me a bloated sack of shit. And I went, all right, we're on, I guess. So I fired off. I fired off a pretty decent promo.
Yeah.
And got like tagged them in it. And they're tagging me and stuff. So they just back and forth on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it was super fun. But the best part, and also what I want to talk about, is the power of social media.
Yes.
There are people that think this is real.
Well, one of the affiliates of our show thought it was real.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, Dave, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Bud?
I posted that and he was like, are you okay?
Yeah.
He got worked.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. Good job, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Wrestling stuff.
But yeah, there's people like my buddy from Mound Builders.
Yep.
He messaged me. He's like, dude, there's people I haven't talked to in like 8 years that are commenting on this and like are messaging me about like this band and who the hell they are and stuff.
Who the fuck do these guys think they are? You're the best thing that ever came out of the fucking stupid scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hilarious to me because when we started this, I'm like, okay, because I'm a wrestling guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I think the Chip should be the faces because the Mound Builders are the older band.
Yeah.
So like, you know, they could do their heel turn.
Yeah.
But no, we are definitely the heels. Because people do not know who we are or care.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been leaning into it hard.
Yeah.
And like,
so you guys are Y2J.
Yeah, we are. And we
Fantastic.
have really stirred up the boomers.
You should do the Y2J rock promo.
Oh, you're right. Oh my God, I gotta go.
Now I want to clarify something. When you say boomers,
Yeah.
are there 60 and 70-year-old people coming to these shows?
Not, all right, maybe not quite boomers, but
No. Like they're like probably
40s, I'd say.
Brian's older than that, isn't he?
Yeah,
How
Brian
old?
is.
Yeah,
Brian's
Brian.
like 50.
Brian's like 50.
Yeah. Super cool dude.
No, Brian's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I love Brian. I love all the dudes in that band.
Say the hardest part of being this fake feud is saying mean things
yeah,
about
being
all
like,
these guys.
Oh, you guys are old and shitty. Like, that hurts. I gotta be meaner than this.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking suck at your job. Like, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. So
Because they're all like really cool guys and really nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never
they are.
played a show where I've played with a lot of nice guys in a lot of bands, but like those are some of the nicest fucking dudes.
Yeah, and they're all super talented.
Yeah.
Not to hype them too much, you should check out yesterday's Chips first. But yeah, I just wanted like all these like older people. Like my favorite comment, I'm not going to say the name because I don't remember and I don't want to put this lady on blast.
Don't dox people.
But like, so I put that and put what I said. Jim like screenshotted it and like called me out. It's like you think you have a friend and he just stabs you in the back and all this.
Yeah.
And there's a lady who posted, I would never go to a show where such immaturity reigns supreme.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
And so my buddy Mike, who he had the best promo ever, he wrote down, he put that, he's like, well, we will reign supreme.
Fantastic.
And like, yeah, like I've been called, so far I've been called a douchebag, a wastewad, an asshole.
Anybody called you a jive turkey yet?
Not yet.
Oh,
I'm waiting for it.
That's when you know you've reached the older crowd.
You jive turkey.
I still remember my dad saying jive turkey, and I was like, what is a jive turkey? What?
Nothing.
What? Were you going to laugh at my dad saying jive turkey?
I mean, just, stuff. Words and phrases from an older time.
Yeah, my dad's old.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to touch on the power of social media because my band has gotten so much more attention in this week than we have in 5 years.
Yeah, no. Well, you guys it's an interesting thing because social media is completely nuts. But also I think, and this kind of goes back to the Spider-Man thing too, people are really wanting to do stuff right now.
Yeah.
Because they finally feel like maybe they can go out and not fucking die. Like even the people that are denying it, a lot of them aren't doing anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So people think maybe they can go out because a lot of people are vaccinated.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not paying so much attention to the hospitalization rates and stuff.
I think more so that's the case. Is people are COVID fatigued.
Yeah, they just don't give a shit anymore.
They just don't care anymore because hospitalization rates are the highest this month since they have been since last January.
Yeah.
And
I thought August was really high.
August was really high, but we just hit earlier this last week. So when this comes out, last week we had our biggest day for hospitalizations since last January.
We also are in one of the 5 worst states in the country, so
yeah, it's a state thing, not like a U.S. thing. Although deaths have topped over 800K in the U.S. this year.
Yeah, but yeah, people are tired of it. They're just tired.
They're just tired.
Fucking worry about it, so they just want to go do stuff.
To a certain degree, literally anything in the world can kill you. I'm not saying go out and be irresponsible. You go out, put your fucking mask on. If you don't, if you're for the vaccination, go get your vaccine. If you're weary about it, I think you do whatever you think is best for you. But I mean, life is still about living. We literally can't just sit inside for the next 2 years,
right? Because
research says it's going to be 3 to 5 years before this thing is resolved.
Yeah.
So, not to rain on the parade, which I did.
No, it's all right. I mean, I brought it up, but I think that's part of it. You guys are starting to go out and start playing again. And then you kind of had a social media campaign without thinking that you were having a social media campaign.
Yeah.
So you kind of double dipped, and then you're also hitting the stride of that in the middle of everybody wanting to go out and do something. So I think that has a lot to do with hitting a nice trajectory on that. And like you were saying earlier, that your boy in the Mound Builders was saying that they had sold more tickets to this than they had anything else.
Yeah.
With that promotion. So I mean, that's super cool.
And it's going to be a great show. Not only is it us playing, I'll plug the show again.
Yeah.
The other two bands are fantastic.
There's Tiger Sex as well.
Tiger
right?
Sex, yeah, they're amazing. They're like this 3-piece, super loud rock and roll punk type band.
Yeah.
And their lead singer is awesome. And then there's some like one man band, like punk guy who sounds pretty cool. So it's gonna be a good show.
Sweet.
Sounds like a good show.
Yeah, you guys should come and see
Distillers. That's what Tiger Sex always makes me think of.
Distillers. Yeah, exactly.
Spider-Man on Saturday, so I apologize.
That's okay.
I won't be able to come.
You can still support the Chips by saying how much the Mound Builders suck. Post it.
I don't want to get involved.
Neither band sucks. And I think they should resolve their differences.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I've only seen one of the two of you anyway.
That's true. You've not seen my band.
I still haven't seen your band. Piece of shit.
What the fuck, Russell?
I haven't.
But yeah,
I don't think so.
I love the Mound Builders. But like Mike posted this meme into our group. It was like an old cowboy holding a gun, but he was like doing like the flinchy face, looking away from the gun.
Yeah,
and it said yesterday's Chips, and on the gun it said saying mean things about the Mound Builders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Yeller. Gotta put you down.
But I think that's all we got, right?
Yeah, that's all we have for today.
Well, all right. Time to wrap this thing up. Whip it up.
Yep.
Wrap it up like a package because it's almost Christmas time.
I was going to do the sound a rubber makes when you put it on your penis, but I wasn't sure how to emulate that with my mouth. This is all... Whoa. That's...
different.
Anyway,
only if you put it on with your mouth.
End of the show.
All right. I think we need a soundboard so we don't make gross sounds all the time. But
Shane board.
Shane board.
Shane board will make gross sounds. I'm sorry, guys.
All right.
Squelch.
Jesus. This has been the DQB Does Hostful. I've been boy. And we have the Shane Board himself, the hype man, a.k.a. Shane Dog Diggity. Shane. And we also have, I only have one nickname for Russell, and it's the Ramblin' Russell, a.k.a. Russellmania.
Russellmania.
That was my 30th birthday.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago, wasn't it?
4? Gross. 4.
You're not older than us. It's fine. You're older than him, but not me.
Yeah.
I'm a young boy.
Young
buck. Don't feel like a young buck, but that's
Super
a different
Kid Party.
All right. Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks. Mound Builders suck. Suck. They don't suck.
They're great. We're done.
production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.